Hi guys and welcome to One Trips One Poker Videos. We really hope you're enjoying the 2009 Bounty Stars of Poker. Here's part 1 of episode 4. But before we start the episode, please do consider liking and subscribing. It takes just 2 seconds and it massively helps out the channel. And remember, you can always unsubscribe in the future. Right, let's get right into the episode.
Welcome to the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker, where 6 more online qualifiers have come from all across the UK to play here in London for £5,000. Now, if they win at this table, they stand the chance to play against our mystery guest for that bounty prize. But only one of them has the chance of glory. Only one of them can lay claim to that bounty.
And there is no way back now.
It's 3-0 to the online qualifiers, with Mike Tyndall, Gary Speed and Marcel Lusk all losing out.
Well, this is going to be fireworks. Oh, he's got the Cowboys.
3 celebrities and poker pros remain, but which one is waiting for the winner of our next single table tournament?
There's an action board that. This is going to be explosive.
So, will it be Phil Tufnell or one of our remaining poker pros? And how will our qualifiers fare? Will they overcome their nerves? Only time will tell. Let's now join our commentary team of Roy the Boy Brindley and Trevor Harris and meet today's players.
Nikhil Persaud is from London and a familiar face on the UK poker circuit. He once won $5,000 on a bet he could stop smoking for 6 months. Lee Saunders in seat 1 hails from Edinburgh and works in cancer research. She's a mother of 1 and has never played live before. Matthias Matler from Scarborough is a construction site worker who's only been in a casino a handful of times. Not surprising, really. He's only been playing the game for 4 months. Dominic Daniel is a music producer from Wembley who actually played football at the original stadium. He's been into poker for the last 2 years. Johnny Kaplan is a Londoner who's been playing poker since he was a teenager. He once knocked former world champion Joe Hatcham out of a World Series of Poker event. And Jeremy Sale is an HGV driver from Workington who in the 90s used to work as a private eye. The Bounty Stars of Poker see 6 online qualifiers playing a televised single table tournament. The winner will get £2,000 and go on to play a best-of-3 heads-up match against a mystery guest, either a poker pro or sporting legend, for an additional bounty prize of £3,000. If the online qualifier loses the heads-up bounty game, then the prize money will be carried over to the next show's bounty playoff. All players start off with 100,000 in chips. Blinds are just 1 and 2,000 initially. Roy Brindley's alongside me. Roy, Nikhil Persaud's the most experienced player here. Do you think he'll make a few moves early, or is he just going to sit back and watch and observe and make some mental notes?
Most of his results come in the more traditional poker format, the multi-table tournaments, and that does require a lot of patience. Just wondering if he's going to be in that kind of mode. It's just a safe way to go. Sit back and wait and let opponents knock themselves out.
Raise.
Here comes a raise from Johnny Kaplan. Rag ace.
Pass. Call. Call.
Here's Lee Saunders, suited king queen.
So 6 in total, yeah. Call.
Great to see a woman at the poker table.
And call.
And Matler's actually peeling one off here with Jack 3 suited. He reckons he's getting some value. First flop then comes Deuce 3 8. Actually, that's it, Matler.
8,000.
8,000 to play.
As the raiser seeing it through. Surely Lee Saunders is going nowhere with her king-queen suited.
Pass.
But Matt Matler is involved here.
Cool. 1,000 more.
Trying to shortchange me there, huh?
Check.
Has become a very big part.
15.
The pair of threes is winning.
15,000.
Well, if Matler thought his threes were good before, he probably does now, but it's 15,000 to find out. Kaplan has found another shell.
Yeah, that makes it a 65,000 pot, and he's going to have to accept he's going to have to go another bet on the end. He looks as nervous as a wreck, doesn't he?
Pass.
Nice continuation that from Johnny Kaplan.
Okay. Thank you. And you as well.
Cards in the air again. And the action this time is going to be on the man who won that first pot, Johnny Kaplan.
Just sense they're all clenching their own hands to stop the
Pass.
fingers from shaking.
Sale looks like he's coming out betting here, and indeed he is.
4,000 total. Pass.
4,000 total, just doubled the big blind. Hello.
Re-raise to 16,000 total.
Oh, wow.
Pass.
Early move from Passot, testing Sale.
Pass.
I imagine it's going to work. I mean, calling a re-raise with a6 is difficult. Or maybe it's not.
Well, he's reaching for chips here.
Was it 16?
This is the
16.
professional at the table trying to make players with lesser experience pass. It doesn't always work.
Cool.
And there you go.
12,000 more.
2.
We've got a big pot now.
Lovely. Thank you. Cool. Five.
Well, that's
7.
a little fortunate for Passot to hit top pair. Only a gut shot for the original raiser, Jeremy Sale.
Yeah, but he can hit an ace and hit the front. An 8 or an ace. Yeah, it's 7 outs, you know. It's you look at a flush draws 9 and open-ended straights 8. You know, it's not a massive dog, as you can see, 31%.
14,000.
He's going to have to pay, though.
Wow.
He's calling.
Wow. I mean, we've had 2 hands. They've both been monster pots, and strange things are certainly happening, aren't they?
Well, we expected some tight stuff in the first few hands. Not a bit of it. Passot has top pair, but is he convinced he's ahead?
Queen.
Well, the pot's now too big for either player to leave behind.
Check. 10.
Well, they both slow down. 10 on the river.
Right, Passot is good, but
Check.
this guy has elected to check when he really needed to make a big bluff. You can see Passot betting here, thinking he's bluffing with the best hand.
Check.
Check. Okay, cards over.
Well, it goes check, check, and Passot's going to be very relieved to see that his 9s are good.
Ace high.
And also it's given him some information about the way Jeremy Sale plays. But they'll remember the big re-raise was from Passot with 9 high.
Yeah, that's done his image a bit of damage, hasn't it? Now, if you're looking on, you've got to think, aha, Nick Passot, you're quite fearless. You're making moves with nothing. And Jeremy Sale seems to be married to any ace.
Hi, I'm Lee Saunders and I'm from Edinburgh.
My name is Dominic Daniel.
My name is Nikhil Persod. Hello, I'm Mateusz Matla and I live in London.
Very difficult.
I'm Johnny Kaplan.
I'm from Poland.
Jeremy Shell, I'm from Cumbria. I got started in poker about, say, 2.5 years ago.
Done this before.
I only play a bit, yeah?
I've been playing poker professionally for the last 4 years.
I've been playing online for 2.5 years.
I've been playing poker since I was 17 years old. I've been loving it ever since.
My biggest achievement in poker so far is actually getting on this show.
I like playing on TV, I've done it before.
A bit nervous about playing in front of the cameras first time.
My biggest achievement to date in poker is winning the Sunday warm-up, netting $94,000.
That's a very difficult one. Winning 100,000 online in one day.
The best skill in poker to have is your mind.
I think the best skill on poker is luck.
I haven't really got a favourite thing, I just like playing poker really.
We're in the heart of the West End. PokerStars.com, Bounty Stars of Poker action.
I would like to decline my action to play this hand, so I will fold.
Pass.
Eloquently put.
Pass.
I need to see your eyes when we play a big pot. You're gonna have to.
Nice hand here for
show me.
Daniel.
There we go. That's it. Yeah.
First time we're going to see him in action.
Raise.
He's got them as well. I keep losing myself. Yeah, make it easier. Make my life easier.
Raise to 9,000
You never
total.
Big raise.
You always have.
Pass.
How do you know?
I think
Pass.
you just always have the good hand.
7,000 to call. 9 total.
I never bluff it.
I will
Here
bet.
go- Oh, Lee Saunders has got the bullets.
Wow. Now we're going to find out what she's made of.
Re-raise.
Yeah, okay. Re-raise.
17.
19 total.
It's going to go to
yeah.
19 total.
Sorry.
No, that's perfect.
Another trade you need.
No, that's
That's-
lovely.
that's it.
Re-raise
Right.
to-
And what
yep,
is Dominic
19
Daniel
total.
thinking now, Roy? His ace-jack just shrank up a bit.
No, well, neither player have really been seen in action. Okay, Lee had a queen-king suited earlier on, but this is the first aggressive stuff.
How much did it?
Both players.
10,000 more, 19 total.
It's very hard for him to pass, isn't it? 10 grand more.
Cool.
It's actually a great raise from Lee Saunders.
It's got him in, and if he gets a jack-eye flop, he's probably going to be going home.
4, queen, king.
Well, all he's got is the 10 for Broadway. And I don't think he's going to be able to afford it here.
10,000.
Well, 10,000 is a small little bet.
Well, that's very tickly teasy, isn't it? And you could argue it's brave. If he had the likes of 10 jack, he would certainly call. A couple of clubs, he would call. If he had a raggedy king, he would call. And you know, all the time he's got chances of improving.
Cool.
He's called. Yeah, he's looking for a 4-outer here.
Yeah, she's roped him in.
7.
That's quite a comforting card for Saunders. Another small bet here.
Yeah, she's now putting him on a queen or a king, you'd imagine.
Okay, 20,000.
And she's thinking, I can keep betting, and you're going to keep calling me down.
Oh, this is beautiful from Lee Saunders.
At the end of the day, Dominic Daniel has an ace high. He doesn't want to slaughter too many of his chips. Chasing a 10. I'm quite convinced Lee Saunders thinks he's got a king or a queen. Oh my giddy aunt.
Cool.
Well, he's playing right into Saunders' hands, and only a 10 is going to get him out of this.
8.
That's a total blank. How much is the value bet?
20,000.
Ah, this is classy stuff.
Uh,
Does he not have to call this? He's
well, it's not-
committed here.
Might have his devil in deep blue sea because he's in deep in a pot. He can't. Yeah, he can't call with ace high, and and he also realises he can't re-raise all in because she's going to call because she's that committed. That's a smile. That is a little wry smile, just cracking at the side of her face there, and who could blame her?
And she didn't show, and they won't know. 152,000 for Persaud. Saunders in second now, and Daniel is short, having lost half of his chips.
Thank you, my dear.
It's been a terrific first 5 hands.
1,000, please.
No ground skimmers here in this heat.
Ace jack of clubs, yeah?
Real flush draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see the last card, yeah.
Pass.
And this, remember, with the blinds at their opening level of just 1 and 2,000. Daniel was
Pass.
severely wounded in that last hand.
5,000.
Raise to 5,000.
Here comes
total.
Kaplan with that massive hand
Pass.
6-4.
4 more.
That's a good old-fashioned positional raise.
4 more.
They say it's become fashionable now, isn't it, to try and steal on the cut-off rather than the button. Saunders thought about it, almost had her chips in with the suited connectors and said no.
She's very nervous. You look at her fingers, she is extremely nervous, and she's not the only one.
Come on.
Well, Persaud calling the raise with 3-5 of clubs. These are the two most experienced players at the table. And, they couldn't really have missed it any more than that.
Check.
Easy game this sometimes. You know, the raiser should have bet there, seen it through. Continuation bet, represent his ace.
Flush draw now for Persaud.
4,000.
Kaplan betting though.
Should really bet the flop, shouldn't he? You raise, you hit the flop, you check, you raise, you miss the flop, you bet.
4,000 then to find a club.
Or make a bluff.
4.
And you'd imagine he's going to have to bet
Check.
now. No.
12,000.
Well, Kaplan thinks he's bluffing, but in fact his fours are good.
It's another monster pot. You know, for this time of day, with the blind's so low, 31,000 pot, and you've got the 4-6 playing the 5-3. You'd have got a guy with a pair of fours that's winning, thinks he's bluffing.
Pass.
And I really thought that Nick Persaud, once he missed that club, was going to see it through with a bet there on the river.
Somewhere different.
So Dina printing the tickets then. Blinds are the second level, 2 and 4,000. It's going to be Persaud to speak first.
He's on late night poker quite a bit, right?
Yeah, he's got his heat next week, but me and him have started like a social network.
Been folded round to Kaplan.
12,000 again.
Raise to 12,000
Blackjack.
total.
Upper hand this time.
Pass. 8 more.
Saunders dominated here.
Yeah.
8,000 more for her to call.
Cool.
That's a friendly smile.
It's not been reciprocated, has it?
Oh dear.
Oh, this could be trouble for Saunders. Outkicked. In fact, 2 pair for Kaplan, so she's in real trouble.
You could bet small at this. She could play this like she's played her aces thinking she's winning.
10,000.
10 into a 26 pot. She could get called all the way down. Jonathan Kaplan might raise here thinking, you're going to pay me off, or you got something like ace queen of hearts. Sorry.
Cool.
Well, now Kaplan's turn to slow play. Just a call there. Oh, that's the worst possible card for Saunders.
Diamonds, is that, yeah?
She's got 2 pair, but Kaplan has got a better 2 pair.
30,000.
She can't go home because she's
All
got
in?
more chips than Jonathan Kaplan, who's moved all in. But as it is, she's done some serious damage and she could do some more yet.
Okay. So 30.
58,000 more.
Very difficult for her to pass,
58,000.
isn't it?
58,000 more.
58,000 more.
Extremely difficult for her to pass.
Hmm.
58 more. Look what's in the pot, Trev. If she makes a pass here, it'll be unbelievable. I don't know if it'll be skillful or just lucky or what, but
What's she thinking? King, queen? I don't know. 2 pair.
Something tell me something here.
No one can help you.
yeah, I'd be more inclined to think someone like queen 9 of hearts, or you know, a pair and a straight draw, you know, that kind of thing. Ace queen, you know, you got big pair, big kicker, king for that. I couldn't put the guy on a superior 2 pair. I'd have to think I'm winning this spot. The key to it is she's invested that many chips, the pot's that big.
Sorry, everybody. Just
Do not apologise, Lee Saunders. This is the pot of your life. If you can make a pass, it will be an excellent pass.
this is a bad fold, but
It's not a bad fold, it's a marvellous fold. How did she get out of that?
She's dodged a hail of bullets.
ace jack. I had a feeling.
Have ace 5. Good fold. Good fold. It's a
I
shame
know.
I got you into that nice 5 there. I tried to show you by the speed of my bet.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
messing
actually,
around.
it was the speed of your bet that.
Didn't want you to call because I thought you might be drawing for something. So.
No, I had the 2 pair.
It was a good fold there. Very good fold.
Tension building then at the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. Who will come through on this final table and who will they meet in the Heads Up Challenge? Poker Pro or Sporting Legend?
We really hope you're enjoying this exclusive episode here on One Trips One Poker Videos. Remember, if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please consider doing so. It takes 2 seconds and it really helps out the channel. Right, let's get right back to the episode.
Welcome back to Central London. Blinds now 3 and 6,000 here at the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. Button is on Lee Saunders. So Persaud and Matler on the blinds. And it'll be Dominic Daniel, who is the short stack, 42,000, to speak first. Smile from Kaplan, and no wonder he's the chip leader with 170,000. Now then, he's only got 42,000 left, Roy, ace-10.
It's all about perception.
They want us in the show.
I imagine he's going to stick the lot in.
Mine's 3,000, 6,000 now. Cool. Plus.
Sale with the suited ace.
Sure. Cool.
Cool.
He's also a little short. No one can find a raise. What Saunders got? Pair of fives.
Okay.
This could become a very big pot. She's going to kill and looking to trip up. That's 3 players in.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
And Persaud has got the hooks.
Starting to raise. Doesn't want to get to a multi-way pot.
No, and it might look like a squeeze too. He might get some business.
I don't think these players would understand a squeeze play, to be honest, Trev. Oh. A squeeze play is, you know, I'm recognising there's value out there. You flat callers can't have a big hand, and so I'm going to pick up your money.
28,000 total.
Preying on people's weakness, but of course he's strong himself. Dominic Daniel's got the biggest head scratcher here. Now a big pot. He's short stacked himself.
Plus.
Really short stacked. There's going to be equity of your own in there. There's going to be dead money in there. He's going to get some price about this ace-10.
Well, he's only got 36,000 back. So if he wants to play, they're going to have to all go across the line. He's only going to have 8,000 back if he calls. There's no point in that.
Well, the grounds for passing is he thinks he's behind, which is the case. But the grounds for calling is tremendous value with the dead money that's going to be in this pot.
Plus.
And he wants to stay alive in the tournament.
Cool.
And Sale with ace-9 is going to have a look.
Well, there's only 2 aces left in the deck, isn't there?
And he's a big underdog here. 70-30.
3.
Oh, there's a full house for Persaud. He's running hot today.
Check. It's on me.
Check. Check.
Surprise, surprise, Nick Persaud checks.
Desperate for Sale to catch up.
5.
Probably check again.
How much have you got left, did you say? Sorry?
37.
Bit of speech play, making out he's considering a bluff, but you've got 37 back, so I'm going to have to check. Really surprised he's betting here, Trey.
Yeah.
12,000.
Ah, I see. 12,000 to a 74 pot. Yeah, now it makes sense. That's just like an insult to this guy's intelligence, but it's a great way of getting paid.
Thing is, what can Sale put Perso on that he's beating?
Rarely do the planets line up in such a way that you flop a full house in this game.
You would have been losing. No. Thank you. Because you're such lovely, I never show my cards normally, but just because you're so lovely people, I show that card.
He's nearly doubled his initial starting stack, and he and Kaplan have been utterly dominant in the first 13 hands.
My name is Nick Persaud, I'm from London, I'm 35 years old. Favourite place to party is probably Vegas. Favourite place apart from that is where my parents are from, is Guyana in South America. It's got really clean air, lots of rainforest, great rum. Play a lot of heads up poker, it's most of what I do every day. I'm quite analytical, so I play quite a mathematical game, played a lot online, so that bit of strengths, weaknesses are sometimes I get a bit bored and a bit impatient. The game's got a lot more aggressive, and there's a lot of young kids coming through that play very well. So you just have to keep learning and keep working on your own game so you can compete at the toughest levels. I've played a lot of hands, so I just pick things up along the way, you know. Whatever's easiest to win the money, I don't really care. But I'd like to play Vicky Corrin, heads up. I played in Vegas, I played in Monte Carlo, I've played all around the world, but that's all very hectic. Just with your friends, chilling out, having a nice game would be what I'd like to do.
This is heat number 4 of this series. And Johnny Kaplan not going to get involved with those two, I don't think. And he's made an excellent start to this heat. And we've got 2 short stacks now. Jeremy Sale, there's one of them. Dominic Daniel is the other. That's Lee Saunders.
You could argue they've inflicted the damage into themselves, being critical about things.
Sorry, how much is it?
Six to play.
What was some tea and biscuit? A sandwich as well.
Cool.
No raise from Saunders.
Already strikes me as passive. It doesn't cut it in this format when the blinds get big.
Cool. Any raise.
Well, giving Matler the chance for 3,000 more to get value. Daniel checks. Saunders ahead at the moment, but will she still beat?
2, ace, king.
Well, she's hit the king.
Check.
And basically the ace is going to slow everything down anyway. Daniel's got a chance of making 2 pair or 3 of a kind here. But he's not really going to get that opportunity because Lee Sanders has bet this, and how are you going to call with 2-5 in this spot?
Well, it's a nice pot for her. Almost back to where she started. 95,000. We're in central London, and we still have 6. Action will be on one of the 2 short stacks here. Jeremy Sale.
Pass. 6 to play. Pass. Pass.
Matler lost an early pot. He's been pretty quiet since. Well, Daniel has an ace.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
And again, he's still not raising. Oh, this could be the end for Dominic Daniel.
Did he limp in, trying to create a trap? That's the question. Well,
Maybe.
there you go. Now we're going to find out if his intentions were limp in, look weak, and I've got a strong ace. If he calls, it's going to be disaster. He's been banged around like a 10-pin bowling pin, hasn't he?
Oh, he's folded.
And at the end of the day, Trevor, he's probably done well to lose what he lost there, because most players would have raised and then he would have faced the re-raise, and then he's either going to get his money in behind or he's going to lose more money pre-flop.
Very good.
Well, he's only got 24,000. The blinds are 3 and 6. He's only really got an all-in move.
If he does it on his button, he's going to be taking on the big blind Jeremy Sale, who is also very short stacked.
Pass. 6.
Ace 9 for Passot, who's the chip leader.
15k.
15.
50 was that?
No, 1-5, 15, I think.
Hello.
But with this hand, I could even make it 50. I could stretch myself.
Sorry, I meant these ones.
Pass.
Stretch Armstrong.
Call.
The Sale's calling for half his stack.
So if he misses, what's he going to do? A little bit of an experience on display here. Well, he's hit.
King, Jack.
He's hit 2 pair.
Oh, that's a good check. We got that bit right anyway.
How much have you got left again? 20 something.
22.
Probably thinking, if I had an ace, it could be good. If I had a queen, it's definitely good. So let's bet this and try and get you off of it.
20.
There you go. That's his plan, and it's not going to work, obviously.
All in. Call.
So a chance for Sale to get right back in this, albeit not
Conventionally.
in particularly orthodox fashion.
Interesting.
Queen ball.
Ace no good. 4% needs a queen.
11.
8 ball.
Hearts don't matter.
An 8 would work.
8 or a queen.
I have a heart. Nice hand.
And that's not enough.
Well, like you say, unorthodox. I think Jeremy Sale needs to start to question if he did everything right there, considering his chip standings. You can't be calling in this format. Given 2 random cards when that flop comes down, you're 2 to 1 against about making a pair.
In that spot, right there. If he's got it, he's got it. What am I going to do?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, if he missed, he'd fold instantly, so... Yeah.
Kaplan ahead from Passot. And you can see there, Sale up to 77,000. Three and 6,000 the blinds.
It's that dilemma, isn't it? You know, it's all in or pass.
6 to play.
You know, if you're called, you're pretty much going to be dead, you would imagine. You could
Pass.
ship in and get called by an ace, king, ace, queen and take his chance at the raises.
He says no this time. Kaplan A7 suited.
15 total. Pass.
Sales out the way. Round to Lee Saunders, who has a pair of 7s.
And she must do a re-raise. I think this woman will get a lot of respect as well as she re-raised the pot.
Pass.
It's just a call from Saunders. Matler in with the king 9.
5, 10, king.
And Matler is in front.
Jacks.
A check.
15,000.
Trying to induce a bet, which he's done.
15.
15.
Very small bet, wasn't it, Trev? I'm all for these bluffs, don't get me wrong, but you gotta weight them right. No, don't be silly. Think about this. 2 opponents in the pot.
2 overcards as well. That's right.
Good pass. Matt Matler now shifts all in, does he?
Another 15.
50, 30
All right.
total.
Minimum raise.
And showing Kaplan exactly how many chips he's got back.
28, sorry.
Sorry, how much? 28? Ah.
And he's telling Kaplan, if you re-raise, I can't
Cool.
pass.
This is a misstep from Kaplan, the captain.
Good luck.
3. All in.
SM.
Pass.
Kaplan, I think, must have known that all-in was coming, but we lost an extra 15,000.
Facing an ace.
And Matler now up to 133,000. He's only a few thousand behind.
He remains very nervous, doesn't he? Look at his demeanour.
The black one. Transparent hand.
All three of our previous mystery guests have lost. Gary Speed, former Leeds and Everton footballer, England rugby player Mike Tindall, and the Flying Dutchman poker pro Marcel Lusk, all beaten. Phil Tufnell waiting in the wings,
Pass.
along with our two other poker pros, Peter Eastgate and Vicky Corran.
Pass.
Who is it going to be tonight to take on the winner of this heat? Passot's picked up another big pair.
15 total.
It certainly look like he's stealing, wouldn't it?
Ace, ace.
Pass.
I think we could be saying goodbye to Dominic Daniel here.
Well, he's got 6,000 invested, Roy. He's only got 27,000 back. He can't keep waiting forever, can he? Ace 10.
And it would certainly look like a position raise, wouldn't it?
I'm all in.
Yeah, there you go. Most unfortunate for him.
Okay, cards please.
I think he's done the right thing. Just unfortunately the timing's wrong and he's very, very dominated.
Good luck, Dom. Good luck, mate.
Well, 3 aces left in the deck for him to hit.
Come on.
Jack, King, 10.
Oh, look at that. That's a set.
The last 10 come out, it's weird.
A queen, actually, would make him the straight.
I was looking for one of 3 aces before. Now it's one of the 4 queens.
We're doing if another 10 comes
The
out.
target's getting smaller and smaller.
Just a queen to stay alive. And he doesn't find it. And we have our first casualty. Passot's 10s taking care of Dominic Daniel.
Yes, please. No worries. I'll catch you later.
Dominic from Middlesex is the first to go. Dominic, how was that for you?
It was a nice tournament, fast structure, so you have to get your chips in early. I had ace 10, had to throw it in, short chip stack. It's normal.
And very different for you to be surrounded by all these cameras on a live table like this?
Yes, it is. Basically, I play online, so this was a nice occasion though. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Great to see you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
The field has thinned then at the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. 1 down, 5 still standing for the right to meet that mystery guest heads up. Five left then in this heat of the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. Nicky Passot, having taken down Dominic Daniel, is now the chip leader with 185,000. Lee Saunders and Jeremy Sale need to get busy. Button is on Matler. The problem for both Lee Saunders and also the other short stack, Jeremy Sale, is that neither have really shown the propensity to raise draw unless they've had a big hand.
Look at this, it's just another strong fold for me.
Yeah, I am concerned. Blinds will shortly be 5 and 10,000, and then it's all about positional play. It's all about making brave raises. And you just suspect the pace of the game might get away from them.
Krakow's off.
Kaplan has an ace.
Cool.
Well, that's going to throw a spanner into the works, isn't it? A flat call on the button. We don't see many of those.
Cool. Any raise, no raise.
So 3 to this flop. Sale getting a free look with his 10-6.
Jack, Queen, 3.
2 pair for Matler.
That's fantastic.
Check.
Bad news is, who's going to pay him off?
Check. And check. 6.
Well, that's a pair for Sale.
6,000.
Only 3rd pair, though.
And the worst hand of all is betting. And I like this. 6,000 into an 18,000 pot is a bit shallow. Hello?
Cool.
Well, Sale's called. So now Matler must think, what's going on? I've got 2 pair here.
Yeah, he must think one of his opponents has got a hand now.
There's no straight or flush on board at the moment.
Cool.
And that's a nice smooth call.
Yeah, could excuse him for raising there, thinking one of his opponents has got something, to Test to raise with.
And that's a beautiful blank on the end as well for him. 36,000 in this pot.
Kaplan's got no part of this.
But he's reaching, Roy. And betting.
30. You say 23?
Yeah,
23.
Wow, good sized bet as well. It's suicidal, mind. I mean, say goodbye to those chips, but first time he gets his bet size right, and it's futile.
Well, Sale's out of there.
Sale does like to bleed chips off, doesn't he? Matler. You just imagine at 23 he's going to be pumped up to about 55 or 60. Played this well, hasn't he?
He's going to be chip leader after this as well, almost. Certainly right up there with Passot.
Tell you what, Trev, I'm nervous watching him. I don't even imagine what's going. You know, I mean,
he's fidgeting and
yeah,
twitching.
Yeah, he's hyper. Right.
Very nice. Not the 23.
He's made it 53 now, so it's 30 more back on Kaplan, who not in a million years contested this. This is case over.
You slow roll me.
You got it right.
Oh, we don't have anything.
Correct. Good hand.
Pass.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Kaplan and I'm from London. I am an avid workaholic. I love to work. My proudest moment is really building the business that I'm in at the moment. We develop a joystick for actually playing online poker. I wouldn't say I'm an average guy. I'd say that actually probably quite unique in terms of the way I think about things, the way I go about things. I'm very fun-loving, very imaginative, exciting sort of guy. My poker nickname at home is the Razor, for the very reason that it's very unlikely that I'm not going to be raising. I make very calculated decisions, but luckily I'm able to process them very fast, and I'm very bold with my moves. If I'm going to go for it, I'm going, you know, all guns blazing. I think the fearlessness is a very important thing, almost like going into a fight. At the end of the day, you know, if you haven't got any fear, you've got a very good chance of overcoming your opponent. Not that I'm my hobby of fighting. I've had some battles before with some of the pros. I knocked out Joseph Hatcham when he was the reigning world champion at the time in a World Series event. So I love coming up against them because it's really one of the only one of the only sports in the world that you can actually sit down across the table from another like-minded pro. You can walk in off the street and you can really give it a go at challenging them.
I'm now on the deck.
10, yeah.
Blinds are up, 5 and 10,000 now.
5, 10.
5,000 and 10,000.
Matler is just 5,000 behind Nickel Passot now. Kaplan with 102,000.
Pass. 10.
Minimum of
20.
20.
Yeah. That Matler didn't realise the blinds had gone up.
20. Yeah, 5, 10.
So his raise is now minimum raise.
Pass.
But can anyone call it?
10 more back on Lee Saunders here.
Call.
Saunders calling with Jack 4. She's only got 51,000 back.
The bizarre stuff going on, isn't there?
9, 8.
And she's in serious trouble now. 2 pair for Matler.
Electing not to slow play this time.
25.
Well, that'll be that, I think.
Pass.
And suddenly,
Steamrolling it.
Matler is the man.
He's more than doubled his starting stack. And both Saunders and Sale are really short. Just 5 and 6 big blinds respectively.
You were close though.
Sale is on the button. Might be a chance for him to move here. 15,000 to be won on the blinds. There's how we stand. You can see Sale and Saunders in real trouble.
With the buffalo.
Lee Saunders first to speak.
With the volume. Oh, beautiful. That's a secret.
Not going to play with the Queen 7. Round to Persaud, the chip leader.
We can walk on water at the moment.
Baby buffaloes taunting.
It's all very awkward now.
It's push or fold.
It kind of is, actually.
It's going to look around the table to confirm that
Can I limp? I mean, listen,
short stack is on the big blind.
Pass.
I was thinking you got so few chips, you probably
Felt
can't pass to a
something.
raise.
I don't know what I felt.
Hello?
But Jabruvka breathing out.
He just called.
Limps in with deuce 5 of hearts, Matler.
What's that film? Is it Alice in Wonderland where all strange things happen?
Consideration. I'm sorry, I'm out.
It's like a scene from Alice in Wonderland, isn't it?
Cool.
When you're old,
Any
you
Queen of
raise?
Hearts is going to prounce through the room in a minute.
Check.
Well, Sale is going to get a free look here with his 6
So
deuce.
we've got a three-way pot. The highest card out, there's an 8.
Becomes a high flop. Who wants it? There it is. Who wants this?
I don't think she knows anything about business.
Kaplan seems to be the
Check.
most likely candidate to make a play on all known form.
Check.
She's there just to even the
Check.
balancing, otherwise they say it's all the man's thing, so...
hear that?
7.
You hear that? Naughty.
Plus draws for both Matler and for Kaplan now.
So what you're saying is women should stay at home with the kids and cook.
This is the 8 high is the 8 high is winning.
Joke. Oh, joke. Teasing.
Now
Okay.
Kaplan hits a pair of 8s.
The 8 high is a monster.
10,000.
10.
Just have a look if somebody's got better cards.
We'll see. Call it 10, also have a look.
Pass.
No chance of getting called.
Hand pass.
He normally makes it 30 at that point in the proceedings.
Thanks.
Well, Jeremy Sale is running out of fold equity. He's only got 37,000 back. He's going to get looked up
Thank you for that.
with virtually anything. Blinds being 5 and 10 now.
My 3-year-old nephew
That's what he's got,
beat me the way.
and it ain't much.
Must be a pro then, no?
Small blind.
Kicking really well.
No, he's not even 2 yet.
You're watching the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker,
For someone so
where the chip leader is Nikhil Persaud. There he is. 215,000.
He's looking and acting very confident.
I have a lot of fond memories of me in this hand. And I'm in.
Deep reach.
24 total.
I know at least 2 people on the table that don't like to hear that word raise or see chips going over the line.
Pass.
Matler is out. Kaplan will go the same way.
Pass.
Short stack, out.
Pass.
Best hand not to know it.
And Saunders, well, surely she's got to move with this now. Ace-10 suited.
What's the form book tell you, Trev? It's a call.
It's just 24 total.
Yes.
So take that one.
Take that one back.
The problem is if she flops an ace, she's unlikely to get any more money out of the situation.
Ace, 5, 9.
You called it, right?
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? That's the bottom line, but you will go skint in this game, calling raises with ace-10, hoping to flop an ace and then expecting to get paid. Because most of the time, you're not going to get the ace you're looking for. And possibly, once you did flop the ace, I think maybe a check was in order.
Good fold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What did you have?
Ace 10 suited.
Don't tell the truth. We should write, you know, like the 10 Commandments of poker. You know, thou shalt not tell the truth at any time. I mean, that's got to be rule number 1.
That's why you're so good at the game.
What is my favourite hand?
Ace?
Yeah. And I probably.
Nikhil Persaud is on the button here, which means Jeremy Sale is first to speak. He's only got 32,000. He knows the big blind is coming next hand, and he'll have a third of his stack in. He might as well move with the 9-10, right?
When's he thinking, the next hand I'll have better than 9-10? I know he's hoping it.
10.
Bad.
Pass.
I always have it.
This is just the price of poker catching up with players, basically.
King Queen for Matla.
So you really have got a lead.
25 total.
And he's raising it up into Kaplan,
You've got a lead, yeah?
who has an ace-9.
I'm all in.
All in.
That's strong, powerful stuff from Kaplan.
How much did you raise?
25. Six, seven, eight, 8, 7.
I think Matla's going to pass this.
Well, he's still got 130,000 back.
Yeah. The bottom line is there's two short stacks at the table who look like they're on borrowed time. They can wait for a better spot. You can wait till there's 3 people left before making reckless calls.
Plus, he'd be losing to ace-deuce here. Decent enough raise initially. He knows he must be behind.
Then he's thinking, would you have a pair of 6s or something like that and I could be in a race situation?
That's good.
Maybe he just wants to finish his piece of chewing gum before he leaves.
Well, the fact that he's thinking about it, I reckon Kaplan puts him on a better hand than King Queen here. He doesn't want to call Kaplan.
87.
Yes, he doesn't think he does.
Surely the play here, Trev, is to wait for the 2 short stacks.
Call.
Wow,
He's called it.
Behind your
What am I
backs.
playing?
this is a shot at glory, okay?
Well, he could take Kaplan out, or he'll end up very short himself here.
You had the best hand.
You have
That's all you can do.
I'm happy with the move I made.
Good luck, both of you.
Yeah.
Fearless aggression
8, jack.
is not rewarded.
6.
King or a queen, please.
7.
So now, King, Queen of Hearts are no good.
That's normally a bad sign.
It's drawing thin.
Queen.
See?
Why'd you have to say that?
No, it is. I like
Well, that really is a nasty one for Kaplan. Sent home on the river after, well, a controversial call, you'd have to say.
Johnny from London's the next player out. Johnny, talk us through that final hand.
Slightly disappointing. The guy next to me was gunning for me a bit. I think I made a few too many bluffs against him, so he was looking for an opportunity to play against me. He got King Queen in the small blind. I had ace-9. I felt very comfortable with pushing on that. Took a long time to decide and ended up calling. And I was on a nut flush draw and a open-ended straight draw. Missed everything, and he hit his queen on the river. So that's poker. What can I do? I've come a long way to play today, but I had a lot of fun and really enjoyed it.
We're down to 4 in this heat of the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. And Matla has increased his chip lead, 267,000 now. Sale is desperately short. Blinds up to 7 and 15,000. And Jeremy Sale has got half his stack in, Roy, on the big blind.
Well, that's the bad news. The good news is there's only the one blind out there. Because we've lost a player, there's no small blind. And that gives him a better chance of getting through this. No, it doesn't.
Well, Matla having just...
And Matla thinks about this, he should just call.
yeah, just hit that killer river card to send
Raise.
Kaplan home, and now he finds Cowboys.
Say that. Okay, raise to 27,000 total. Have to be 13.
I think he should have just called there and
Yes.
hope Jeremy Dale would have called a pair. At the end of the day, it's been the case for a while. Jeremy Sale is on a life support machine.
Action is on Passot.
Raise to 38,000 total.
Figuring that
Yes.
Matla can't keep hitting.
Call in.
Sale finally is all in.
Yeah, well, there's the big barricade. Is Sale. I mean, I'm surprised Persaud took off there. I really am amazed he took off at that spot. He's got to expose this garbagey King 5 now. Yeah, Matt was looking on and saying, oh, so that's what you raised with, is it?
So Sale's tournament life on the line here. Needs to win this to stay alive.
Dean is dealing now. I have no chance. I'm like 8% to win this. See? It's not over yet.
An interesting board. He's got top pair, but up and down now for Jeremy Sale. 9 or an ace required.
Might be this then.
Looking for the same target, but he's down to his final shot. Will it be 9 ace?
It will not. And finally, Sale has to leave. Never had any cards, but didn't really make the best use of his chips. And he goes out. We're down to 3.
Jeremy from Cumbria takes 4th place. Now, Jeremy, what I noticed about your play was that everyone else was chatting. You were sort of sitting back, taking it all in. Is that private detective background of yours?
No, I was just trying to learn a bit more about my poker game rather than just come here to win.
OK, well, what did you learn?
I learned a bit, but I'll keep that to myself.
As always, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that's about right.
Did you enjoy the experience?
Yeah, it was a marvellous experience for me.
Just 3 players left now in the PokerStars.com Bounty Stars of Poker. Who will come through on this final table, and who will they meet? Poker Pro or Sporting Legend?
Guys, thanks for joining us on One Trips One Poker videos. Be sure to check out all the other videos on our channel and make sure to like and subscribe so you know when we upload some new episodes. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.